Hey everybody, so today I just wanted to give you my third trimester update. As of today, I am 37 weeks pregnant, so I just wanted to give you the rundown of the last few weeks, well, what my third trimester has been like before baby gets here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I did want to say thank you for being patient for my videos. I know I have a lot of new subscribers and a lot of new viewers and stuff like that, and honestly, just around the time I hit the third trimester, I started to kind of want to film less, spend more time with my family while it's just the three of us still, and just take advantage of that kind of thing before our life gets even more hectic and crazy. We've also had like a couple different things going on. Sophie had like this mystery rash that took like 2 weeks to figure out what it is. She's okay, everything's good. So glad I got that figured out. We are trying to buy another car and just all kinds of craziness. So thank you for being patient for my videos. I've just been trying to film when I feel good, when I have the time, and put up stuff for you guys. But I've also been pre-filming things for when I'm on leave. I am recording videos to put up for about 2.5 weeks on a consistent basis for you guys. They're all gonna obviously be pre-recorded and things like that, but it's just to give me that time off and obviously to adjust and stuff, because I don't plan on being in the mood to film for a couple of weeks. And not only that, but I don't want to just let my channel go for a couple weeks either. I do want to give you guys some content, and there are some really exciting videos coming during that time frame. So I'm not sure of the dates exactly that I decided to take off, but the videos will be coming on a pretty consistent basis. So even when baby is here, don't worry, you will have some videos to look forward to. But this is going to be from the weeks, let me see, it's all on my phone, 28 weeks to 37 weeks. So I'm just going to go down the list. I might be kind of all over the place and jumping around and stuff like that. One thing I don't see on the list that I'm just going to mention first off is my gestational diabetes has been doing good. The past 4 weeks, I want to say. Past 4 weeks, I had a little trouble with my fasting numbers getting high again, even on the oral medication that I'm on. But my doctors just adjusted that, and so far it's been so good. So that is a plus, but everything else gestational diabetes wise is completely fine with both of us. So I only have a couple more weeks of gestational diabetes, and something I kind of wanted to lightly touch on, because I do plan on making a more dedicated video to this, but I do plan on keeping my diet through postpartum and just kind of adapting it to my life, because I've become accustomed to how I eat now. It's just kind of second nature to me, and I don't really think about it anymore. But it's also just a really great diet to follow. I'm full, I'm never going hungry, I'm getting all the nutrients I'm supposed to be getting. It's just a good diet, but I feel like it's taught me a lot of things, and it's taught me portion control and what I need to be eating versus what I want to eat, things like that. So I do plan on sticking to this diet even through, you know, postpartum and after I technically don't have gestational diabetes again. You know, they say that you run a, what is it, 70% risk or something like that for having type 2 diabetes sometime in your life after having gestational diabetes. And I really don't want to be a part of that statistic. I know sometimes you can't help it, and I understand that, but I could stand to eat better, I could stand to exercise more, and those are things I definitely plan on doing. First thing on my list is tons of movement. I think I mentioned in my last video, Remy moves around like crazy. Child just loves to move. Really not during the day, it's only during night or when Mark's around, and more specifically when he has his hand on my stomach. I don't know what it is, because I could never get Sophie to kick for the life of me for Mark to feel it, but Remy, like the second he puts his hand on my stomach, she's going crazy. And also at night, I think it's just because obviously during the day I'm running and chasing after a toddler all day, so you know that rocks them to sleep, but at night I finally lay down and she just has a good old little party in there. So tons of movement happening. Obviously, if you can't tell from this video, I'm out of breath. At this point, I have no more room in my body. I feel like I don't know where she's gonna go for the next couple weeks, because I just feel like I have no more room to give. But Yeah, I've been really out of breath lately. I've been super, super thirsty lately, and I feel like I'm kind of always thirsty when I'm pregnant, but I don't know what it is. The past few weeks, I've been so incredibly thirsty all the time. I have had difficulty sleeping. I feel like everybody in their third trimester has trouble sleeping, but I've mentioned before on my channel, I have arthritis in my lower limbs and especially in my hips. So when I'm pregnant and I have to lay on my side and all that weight is kind of distributed upon my hips, it just makes it 1,000 times worse for me. I have found a few different things that have helped me a lot. So luckily, when I started to notice that I was in a lot of pain during the night and not sleeping well, like only getting 2 or 3 hours of sleep, I found a few things that have helped me. So I am not having as hard of a time just getting up to pee all the time. I have had a couple episodes of Braxton Hicks contractions, which was interesting. Totally forgot how those felt because, I mean, it's been a while, but it also hasn't been a while since I've had them. But I was just like sitting there and I was like, what is that? What's happening? Why is my stomach getting like that? And I was like, that's a Braxton Hicks contraction. So I've had a few of those. The last little tidbit about me is I have been doing the pregnancy waddle, which I had never experienced before, but I have been doing that lately just because of something that I've been feeling. I felt this with Sophie, but it wasn't until like the last couple weeks, and honestly it wasn't even that bad compared to this. But ever since I would say probably around 30 weeks, I've been feeling feeling bruised down there. Basically like on my pubic and pelvis bone, I just feel like it's very bruised. And like I said, I experienced it with Sophie, but I don't know how to describe it. It was every now and then, and I kind of felt like it really wasn't that bad, especially compared to how I've been feeling as of lately. But my doctor thinks that because she's been head down for so long, which she has been head down since 27 weeks, that scan I talked about in my last video. I don't think I mentioned it then, but they did tell me that she was head down, and she's been head down for every single scan since then. And they think that just because she's been head down for so long, it's obviously just put pressure and just made me uncomfortable down there, and my bones might be bruised. So it's actually become very difficult to sit, walk, rolling over when I'm laying down, basically anything anymore. If I sit even just like this for more than 15 minutes, it's going to be really, really hard for me to get up because it's a lot of pain. Like, I don't know, I was telling Mark, it feels exactly like being, like if you touch a bruise. Like if you had a bruise on your arm, you touch it and it hurts. But the thing about bruises is most of the time they're in places where, you know, you don't have to keep touching them and you don't have to keep inflicting pain on yourself. But it's in a place that, you know, I walk and I get up and I sit and I lay down and I do everything with those limbs, and, you know, it's just like, it's uncomfortable and I have to keep putting myself in more and more pain just to get around. But yeah, that feeling has been no fun. It's kind of hard to get around. But the things that I wanted to tell you about her were that, well, me and her, we've had a lot of appointments. I know I mentioned in my last video that I was going to have non-stress tests twice a week. Well, I misunderstood that. I have non-stress tests twice a week, but I also do have a fluid check once a week, and then I also get a growth scan every 4 weeks. So that has been my life for the past, oh, what is it now? 9 weeks? Yeah, the past 9 weeks have been like that. All of them have been good. My fluid level has been perfect throughout every scan. The last non-stress test I went to was, what's today? Tuesday? So yesterday. I went to a non-stress test yesterday and they told me I had 3 contractions during that time frame. My growth scans have also been good. I mentioned before that Sophie had ovarian cyst. Remy still doesn't have any, which is just awesome. So thankful for that. And anything else about my appointments? Not really. I still have my high risk appointments. I also do have my regular OB appointments, and then I have all these scans and my non-stress tests, but they've all been super good so far. Nothing's really came up. I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I did have a little trouble with my fasting numbers, which is why I see a high risk doctor. I have had a few questions about that. I'm high risk because I have gestational diabetes. That's just how my OBGYN works. If you have gestational diabetes and you see her, she outsources to co-manage with another high-risk OB. That's just what they do. So that's why I'm considered high risk. I'm also considered high risk, and the reason why I'm doing non-stress tests are because of being on medication. As of the last appointments that I've gone to, I have gained 9 pounds. Ever since the 3rd trimester, it's just kind of been consistently a pound a week, which they told me was normal and they're perfectly fine with. I mean, 9 pounds at 37 weeks pregnant, I'm happy with it if they're happy with it. So there's that for myself. And then she weighs 6 pounds 11 ounces as of my last scan. Other things about her, she has hiccups all the time, like literally probably at least a few times a day. She likes my ribs. She definitely likes getting her feet up underneath there, but at this point, like, she's done it so often it doesn't really hurt or anything for me, so whatever. Oh, they did check me to see if I was dilated at my last appointment, and I wasn't dilated whatsoever, so that's a good thing, I guess, since I'm having a scheduled C-section. That is basically everything for my 3rd trimester update. I can't believe that we're 2 weeks away. That is just insane to me. I cannot believe how fast this has flown. And I just want to thank you, all of you who have been super supportive and had kind words and sent me stuff or whatever it may have been. Just thank you for kind of coming along with me through this pregnancy. It's been super fun to share it with you guys. And we are just so excited to meet her, and I'm very excited to see how Sophie is with her. I've mentioned here and there, but Sophie is obsessed with other kids and playing with them and playing with her baby dolls and just giving lots of love, and I just feel like she's gonna make just the best big sister ever. I know I'm definitely going to post on my Facebook and Instagram when I get out of surgery and I'm feeling up to it. I do want to update both of my social media sites, but I do plan on updating over there, so if you want those updates, I have all my social media linked down below for you guys, so you guys can follow me and you guys can get that update as well. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.